Meineke takes total care of meine Auto. They do the AC, brakes, tires, engine, oil, and more. And now, a German lullaby. I only trust Meineke with Meineke.
It's hard saying goodbye to your car, so AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next one. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar. Visit AutoNation.com today.
A fishing boat capsizes off the coast of Alaska with a Las Vegas man on board. What we know so far about what happened. A new report released on a SWAT standoff that tore up a Henderson home. What the suspect's search history is revealing. Rebuilding after Tropical Storm Hillary. Only on Fox 5, how people living on Mount Charleston came together to clean up the mess.
We are local Las Vegas. Fox 5 News starts now.
Good evening. I'm John Huck. You're watching Fox 5 News at 7 with limited commercial interruption. And we have confirmed a man from Las Vegas is among the 5 people reported missing on a fishing boat that capsized in the Gulf of Alaska. The U.S. Coast Guard suspended its search for the boat yesterday. Fox 5 just confirmed his name is E.J. Salaya. The distress calls came in around midnight Sunday that a 50-foot fishing boat was overturning. After nearly 24 hours of searching, covering 108 square nautical miles, the Coast Guard released a statement Monday morning saying it was suspending the search. A suspect threatened to shoot it out with cops in a destructive barricade situation in Henderson back in April. Tonight, we're hearing what went on behind the scenes for the nearly 2-day SWAT situation. It ended with the suspect's death and part of a townhome in Cadence torn apart. Fox 5's Joe Vigil read over the Henderson police incident report. He has new information for us. Joe?
The report says this all started with an FBI attempting to contact and arrest Trevor Cooper for various felony crimes related to kidnapping investigation, which documents say included sexual assault charges. But a Henderson police incident report indicates Cooper wasn't going to go quietly when pressured by police to give up. This is what the townhome in Cadence off Galleria still looks like today, torn apart by authorities during the April SWAT situation. A Henderson incident report obtained by Fox 5 says suspect Trevor Cooper was found dead in an attic space, and while the report says he fired shots and police fired back at one point, the Henderson incident report says he wasn't killed by gunfire, but by a lethal combination of drugs, including oxycodone and fentanyl. The report says the manner of death was suicide. The Henderson police incident report says Cooper ended up at the townhome when he asked a friend he met at a jiu-jitsu gym if he could crash here. And while that person and the townhome's owner were leery about letting him stay, they agreed after doing a background check on him, but said the stay would only be for just a week. Now, according to the report, during the day of the barricade, Cooper told his roommate the cops were there. That roommate, who got out of the home, told police Trevor had an AR-15, body armor, 1,000 rounds of ammo, and was willing to shoot it out with the cops and commit suicide by cop. During the incident, a police negotiator said he wanted to help Trevor, but Trevor said, "Let's not waste each other's time. Do you want to shoot me now or in 12 hours?" Documents also reveal that before the barricade, Cooper did some internet searches about life insurance, wondering how long after life insurance does policy have to pay, and wanted to know, where can I sell my body parts on black market? How much are human organs worth? The incident report says Trevor's mother was talking to him on the phone, trying to convince him to give up. His roommate, who we mentioned earlier, predicted a horrible outcome, telling Trevor before he walked out of the home, "This doesn't end well if you do this." The incident report doesn't mention anything about the decision to tear down part of the townhome that we could read anyway. Many parts of the report are redacted, but as we've reported, a report from North Las Vegas Police says Henderson Police made the call for North Las Vegas Police to break down the garage door with a Bearcat. That report says they were unable to find the suspect in the townhome after searching with multiple drones. John?
Joe, thanks. And Fox 5 requested the Henderson police report shortly after the April incident, but just got it recently. The city of Henderson told us multiple times the case was still open and couldn't close it until they received the official autopsy report from the coroner's office. We also filed a public records request to get the coroner's report. We later found out the coroner's report shows it was signed by the coroner's office back in June. Metro Police are sharing more details and video of a shootout between an officer and a sexual assault suspect Friday night. They say the suspect fired his gun first, and then the officer shot him in the hip before he got away. Police were called to a neighborhood at Christie and Bonanza for a kidnapping and sexual assault with a firearm. Officers tried to stop the suspect's car, but he took off. 33-year-old officer Marcos Gomez and his partner later spotted the car and followed until it crashed into a tree on Las Vegas Boulevard in Owens. The suspect, 54-year-old Jaime Mendoza, ran out of the car and Officer Gomez started chasing him on foot. Police say Mendoza then fired one round at Officer Gomez, who fired 4 rounds back, hitting Mendoza once in the hip.
Now, as you can see to the left of the screen, that flash of light is operated by our Officer Gomez. It'll quickly pan out. You'll see a shaded area here to the right of the screen, and shortly here you'll see a muzzle flash, and that is the flash from Mendoza firing at Officer Gomez.
Mendoza got away and was finally found and arrested on Sunday. He's facing several charges, including attempted murder on a first responder, kidnapping, and sexual assault with a deadly weapon. Police also say Officer Mendoza's body camera malfunctioned right before the shooting, and they're investigating why that happened. Metro Police confirmed today that more body cam videos will be released this week from the deadly officer-involved shooting of a man in his own home. On November 12th, Metro responded to reports of an intruder in a home in the area near Sunset and Eastern. Initially released body cam footage shows Officer Alexander Bookman shooting at Brandon Durham. Durham's family says Bookman was not in danger when the officer fired at him. Durham did die from his injuries. The district attorney's office says it's reviewing this case as Durham's family wants Officer Bookman held accountable in the case. More body cam footage will likely help in the DA's review. And the intruder involved in that, Alejandro Boudreau, is in jail on $1 million bail. Fox 5 has covered this case extensively, and we've shared 911 calls and other information from Metro Police. You can go to fox5vegas.com to learn more. For a second straight Clark County Commission meeting, members of the Culinary Union spoke in front of commissioners to publicly plea for a new deal at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. Hundreds of workers are on strike at the property, and they want a new deal and argue the resort is not willing to give workers as much as a raise as other workers at other Las Vegas resorts.
We're cooks, we're housekeepers. We do the same work as every other union casino.
Union members have been on strike since November 15th. It is the longest culinary union strike in Las Vegas in more than 20 years. Shopping mall aquarium chain Sequest has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Sequest has a location at the Boulevard Mall here in Las Vegas. Over the summer, a Humane Society investigation found animals were allegedly abused and neglected at multiple locations. Sequest's CEO says it's still business as usual and its animals are safe and cared for.
Now, your local Las Vegas weather.
Well, take a look at your weather today. Another brilliant day for us as we see those temperatures out there well into the 60s, and that doesn't change anytime soon. Daytime high today, 67. It was the same high we had yesterday. So good stuff out there for us as we move through this Tuesday afternoon. More great stuff on the way. Let's take a look now at what we see out there. As far as your right now, temperature 60 degrees, wind west-southwest at 3 miles an hour. Some cloud coverage today will clear those skies for tomorrow. See a little bit more sun, light wind speeds out there. That doesn't change anytime soon, even as we head into the weekend for us. Really some great stuff to look forward to. We pick up some breezes Monday, Tuesday, but between now and then, Wednesday skies clearing above Sunday temperatures, above average temperatures, I should say, through Sunday. And then next week, the breeze returns. We still start in the chilly category, though. 47 degrees to start in the Las Vegas Valley, but that's actually about 7 degrees above where we should be for this time of the year. More coming up.
A little extra cash always comes in handy around the holidays, and that may have you looking for a temporary job. But be warned, while you hunt for jobs, scammers are hunting for you. Fox 5 investigates. Andriana Shepard's here to tell us the different ways bad actors will try to rip you off.
Anyone searching for a job knows looking for work can feel like a full-time job itself, and there are a lot of fake listings on job sites. The Better Business Bureau says look out for businesses that ask you to pay in order to get that job or upfront for any supplies. Don't work before you're hired. The BBB warns legitimate companies will not ask you to complete a complex project before you've received a formal offer. And if you get a job offer before you do an interview, that's a red flag. Rhonda Mettler with the Southern Nevada BBB recommends that you do research about any job and the company before you apply.
It's always wise for consumers to check with the legitimate business. Check to find out if they are actually hiring for that position. Don't ask the person that's contacting you. Find the company and ask them directly.
You can look up the company and the open position with the word scam to see if anyone else has complained about that job opportunity. If a job opportunity sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
And you can learn more about how to report this type of scam. It's on our website, fox5vegas.com. Developers of the new A's Stadium are announcing a huge financial backing for the project. In a letter today, U.S. Bank and Goldman Sachs say they're prepared to lend up to $300 million to the project. It comes as the cost to build the new ballpark for the A's just went up. Yesterday, we reported the cost jumped from $1.5 billion to $1.75 billion. The Stadium Authority Board is set to meet this Thursday.
In top stories we're following, the FDA is warning about a salmonella outbreak linked to cucumbers. It's just the latest food recall issued in the last few months. Nevada was involved in this cucumber recall today. The FDA says that the tainted cucumbers came from a Mexican-based supplier and went to 2 American wholesale companies. The salmonella outbreak forced Arizona-based Sun-Fed Produce to remove some whole cucumbers from the shelves due to the possible contamination. The CDC says that the recall spans more than 24 states. It comes as Costco recalls 10,000 cartons of organic eggs, also due to salmonella concerns. Similar recalls have been recently issued due to E. coli concerns linked to some organic carrots and onions. The 2024 fiscal year has seen more than 1,900 recalls. The good news, the CDC says an E. coli outbreak linked to onions served at McDonald's has ended.
UNLV is offering students and faculty members resources to cope with stress and other trauma. It comes as this week marks 1 year since the shooting deaths of 3 teachers in Beam Hall. Today, a professor with the University School of Social Work shared some techniques to help people find calm. Nicholas Barr presented the strategies based in Buddhism as a way to help the UNLV community heal. The strategies include breathing techniques and how to adopt a mindset of resiliency.
There's an understanding, especially amongst people who have to engage with this type of dangerous stuff frequently, where they're exposed to trauma, violence, the aftermath of trauma and violence, that can be very damaging and destabilizing. And, you know, they need a higher level of skill and training to be able to cope with that over the long term.
Barr says mindfulness techniques help center your attention instead of focusing on the shame of our reactions to stressful situations. UNLV is currently piloting a program based on some of these techniques with first responders, law enforcement, and other first responder communities. A CCSD trustee has resigned her seat just over a month before her term was set to end. Lola Brooks submitted her resignation effective November 28th. The school district did not give a reason why. She was first elected to the school board in 2016, representing District E. She did not run for re-election. Lorena Biasotti won the seat as one of 4 new trustees set to take office next year. The district says the board will decide its next steps with this vacancy. Brooks joins Katie Williams as the 2nd trustee to resign this year. A man has been sentenced to death and found guilty of killing his ex-girlfriend. 46-year-old Robert Brown did not show up to court, citing he could not be found guilty due to his religion. He was accused of killing his ex-girlfriend, Nicole Nick, in 2012 and hurting her mother. Brown was arrested in Los Angeles in 2014. His legal team says they will file an appeal. We have an update on a house fire this morning in North Las Vegas. 3 people were taken to the hospital, 1 in critical condition. 10 dogs were also rescued from the burning home, 5 adults and 5 puppies. They were taken to the Animal Foundation. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
This is a Fox 5 Scam Alert. I'm Adriana Shepard. Giving Tuesday's the perfect time to share with others by donating to charity. Unfortunately, it's also the perfect excuse for a scam. The Federal Trade Commission urges caution, especially if someone calls soliciting a contribution. First, find out who you're talking to. Ask plenty of questions before providing personal or financial information. And if you're feeling pressured, slow down and end the call. You don't have to donate right then and there. Finally, whether it's on the phone or online, know where your money's going. Search online to verify the nonprofit and check for reviews or complaints. Find out where your money's going or how it'll be spent. The FTC recommends planning holiday donations well in advance to avoid seasonal scams.
Nevada State Police are cracking down on speeding all over southern Nevada. These are photos of several drivers clocking nearly 100 miles an hour last Wednesday near Prim. During an 18-hour period, the troopers conducted 106 traffic stops and issued 107 citations. And then on Sunday, troopers also pulled over people going 104 and 110 miles an hour on the 215. They remind drivers to slow down. Tropical storm Hillary flooded roads and devastated neighborhoods up on Mount Charleston more than a year ago. Since then, the community has been rebuilding. Fox 5's Les Crittenden spoke with one person living on the mountain about how the area has changed.
Jeannie Ham, you're a resident up here at Old Town at Mount Charleston. I came up here about a week and a half ago, and I was in awe of how things have changed here after that disaster that happened in August of 2023, when that remnants of the hurricane blew through here. Pretty amazing how it's changed.
I'll tell you, we love our new road. If it took a hurricane to get our road paved, it might be worth it.
Well, when you think about the damage that was done around here, how did it impact you?
For me, we didn't get much damage in our house. We didn't have electricity for 3 days. We didn't have water for 3 months, and that was the hardest part.
Not having water for 3 months must have just almost killed you, because, I mean, that's a basic necessity.
Right. So what we did what all our neighbors did. We set up a tank and a pump and pumped it into our house, and the firefighters brought us water every 3 days or so.
Tell me about some of the other neighbors around here who had damage. There was some significant damage here.
Yes, well, my neighbors across the street moved out because their house was damaged. And if we go down farther, they put in a concrete trowel for the next flood, about 3 houses down, just in case.
And as you look at here today, now you have this paved road. How nice is that? Because I remember when I was here, and this was just so badly damaged. To have this paved now, something you guys haven't had for a while.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Yeah. Now, here's the problem. We aren't going to be plowed this year because we lost our school, right, and they're blaming the hurricane, even though there's no damage to that school that we know of. So if there's no school, they won't plow our road because it's private.
So what's going to happen, Tweety?
We're going to try to get our neighbors together and figure out a plan. Maybe I'll pitch in to have someone plow it, because if the ambulances can't get in, the fire trucks can't get in, the garbage trucks can't get through, the propane tank trucks can't get through, and we can't get out, it's going to be a problem.
Well, these are all necessities of life.
Yes, but the county refuses to plow.
Really?
Yes. We thought after the flood that they would take over. They would figure out some way to take over this road, and they haven't.
Some trails on the mountain have remained closed due to the damage, with no estimate on when they could reopen. Managing diabetes is an ongoing challenge for many, especially within the Hispanic community where the disease is more prevalent. A local hospital is offering free resources to help those in need. The Healthy Living Institute at UMC Hospital is stepping in and providing free diabetes education courses aimed at helping people better manage their health. According to clinical nurse manager at UMC, the Hispanic population is 66% more likely to develop diabetes compared to the general population. To combat this, they're offering evidence-based courses in Spanish, and one of the highlights of this course is a board game-style activity that simplifies topics like nutrition and exercise.
So it's like the old Chutes and Ladders game when we were younger and we can follow through. But again, it's a way to make it not so scary and clinical and break it down to these are things we can all be doing regardless of a diagnosis and all should be doing to improve our health.
These classes are completely free and open to anyone in the community. The Healthy Living Institute at UMC will be holding their next Spanish diabetes class soon. We have all the information on how to sign up on our website, fox5vegas.com.
Now to some regional stories that we're watching. A young boy is dead after a falling statue at an Arizona hotel. The tragedy unfolded last Wednesday just before Thanksgiving at the Arizona Biltmore. The 8-year-old boy there was in the hotel's courtyard and was struck on the head by that concrete statue that fell. He was taken to the hospital but died on Thanksgiving Day. The statues are reportedly made of concrete, weighing hundreds of pounds each and standing on pedestals. Police have called the death a tragic accident and say that no foul play is suspected, but they are still trying to figure out how it all happened. They are looking at surveillance video and talking with witnesses and hotel workers. In Northern California, bystanders rescue a person from the Pacific Ocean after a car goes off a cliff. It happened yesterday in Santa Cruz. Fire rescue crews found a second damaged vehicle on land near the cliff. 2 swimmers helped rescue the driver who was floating in the ocean. That person was taken to the hospital. No word on her condition or what led to the crash.
Henderson police cracked down on retail theft of 2 different blitz operations last week. Last Monday and Tuesday, officers arrested 35 people and returned more than $4,000 in stolen property. Police say these arrests involved repeat offenders. Some had active warrants. Others are part of a larger ongoing retail theft operation. Henderson police say they plan on doing more retail theft blitz operations this month. UNLV is announcing the 3 students receiving the inaugural memorial scholarships dedicated to the memory of the 3 professors who died in the December 6th shooting there a year ago. UNLV says more than 350 individuals and organizations donated more than $264,000 to support the scholarships in honor of Professors Chang, Navarro-Velez, and Takamaru. All 3 scholarships are endowed, meaning the scholarships will be permanently funded. A live look at Allegiant Stadium, the home of the Raiders and the home to a big hip-hop show next year. Kendrick Lamar will be headlining his Grand National Tour alongside SZA on Saturday, May 31st. The tickets go on sale Friday. Lamar just released a new album, and he'll perform at the Super Bowl halftime show in New Orleans on February 9th, which you can watch right here on Fox 5.
Now, your local Las Vegas weather.
Well, 67 out there, another brilliant day. We saw plenty of cloud coverage out there right now. That temperature 60 degrees in Las Vegas, so the clouds still doing their thing and keeping some of that 67-degree warmth. In the Las Vegas Valley, 54 degrees in Henderson, also Nellis Air Force Base, 58 degrees North Las Vegas. Pahrump at 53 degrees right now in Boulder City at 57. Light winds, and that doesn't change anytime soon. A little bit of some air movement by the time we get to your Thursday, Friday afternoon, but nothing out of hand. Same thing for the weekend, only the 10 to 15 mile-an-hour range, that's it. We start at 47 degrees for tomorrow, 57 in Laughlin. Mid-40s around the Las Vegas Valley, still in the 30s, mid-30s for Pahrump, and also Indian Springs, 43 in Mesquite. So not much to talk about. Satellite and radar showing you a clear picture west of us, and that's headed our way. Clearer skies expected for tomorrow on your Wednesday. And that will do a couple of things. Could boost that afternoon temperature up in some locations with more sunshine, and also could drop our overnight lows a little bit lower once we get into your Thursday morning. and into your weekend. We'll show you in the 7-day forecast, but here's that light wind that we expect over the next couple of days. Here's Wednesday afternoon. Calm conditions or generally single-digit wind speeds around the area. And then once we get into your Thursday afternoon, more of the same, closer to double-digit wind speeds once we get to the afternoon, but not quite there. And then on Friday, we'll see some breezes pop up, most notably out of the north for the areas east of us. They'll be around 15 to 20 miles an hour through the Nellis Air Force Base area, also Lake Las Vegas, Henderson area, and Boulder City area. But again, nothing crazy strong as we get through your end of the work week. 68 degrees tomorrow, so sunny skies really doing their thing and providing us with a couple of more degrees on the daytime high graphic right here with 68, fewer clouds, and winds continue to be light. Here's your first alert calendar, and really not much change since we showed you this last night. Breezes on Monday, breezes on Tuesday, slight chance of showers by the time we get to the end of next week, and right smack dab in the middle of December on the 15th of that weekend. We'll see how that evolves. We had one for next Friday that kind of disappeared on us, so we'll see how that evolves over the next stretch of days or the next week or so. Here's your next 7 days. 68 degrees Wednesday, 67 on Thursday, 67 Friday. Enjoy this and enjoy the weekend in the mid-60s. We get breezy and cooler once we get to next week. Look at Monday and Tuesday, 58 and 56 degrees for daytime highs on Monday and Tuesday, so cooler air on the way.
The Gold Knights are back in action tonight at the Fortress, wrapping up a 3-game homestand with a big clash against the reigning Western Conference champs, the Edmonton Oilers. The guys in gold hit the ice for a pregame skate earlier today, and for a second straight day, Captain Mark Stone was practicing with the team. The captain has been out with a lower body injury since November 6th. Although he won't play tonight against Edmonton, his return is getting closer. The team is looking to bounce back from a 6-0 loss Saturday night against Utah. Vince Sapienza will join us from T-Mobile Arena tonight at 10 and 11 with highlights and post-game reaction. And UNLV football preparing for its biggest game ever this Friday as they visit Boise State for the Mountain West Championship. The Rebels are now ranked number 20 in the latest college football playoff ranking. That's up from number 22 a week ago. And you can catch UNLV and Boise State this Friday right here on Fox 5. The pregame coverage begins at 4 p.m. The game kicks off at 5 p.m. And our Paloma Villicana will be hitting the road with the Rebels and will bring us coverage right here on Fox 5 News. The famous Showgirl sign area on this trip is getting some much-needed TLC. This video is taken tonight of the sign. The city says the front of the Showgirl sign, the dice, poker chips, and roulette wheel all got fresh coats of paint today to keep the sign looking like new. The New Year's almost here, and the Plaza Hotel and Casino is celebrating a fireworks show on New Year's Eve. This is video from years past during the show. The hotel says it will be the only live fireworks show in downtown Las Vegas to ring in 2025. Tonight at 10, a Christmas festival coming to the grounds of the 1 October site. Why the organizers say it's a way of bringing a positive experience to the community. Ramping up resources for the anniversary of the December 6th tragedy at UNLV. We explain how thousands of students have sought support in the years since and the hundreds who are stepping up to help their peers. Thanks for being here for Fox 5 News at 7. We look forward to seeing you back here tonight for Fox 5 News at 10 and 11.
Thanks for watching Fox 5 News. Watch us live wherever you are, on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.